Meantime, the president spoke directly with the leaders of Russia and Ukraine after peace talks between the two have stalled. National correspondent Matt Gelka has the details from Washington.
A series of high-stakes phone calls between President Donald Trump and the leaders of both Ukraine and Russia. Trump spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin individually over the phone Monday. Trump has referred to the war as a bloodbath and called for it to end.
We just spent 2.5 hours talking to Vladimir Putin, and I think some progress has been made. It's a terrible situation.
On Truth Social, Trump said the 2-hour call with Putin went very well, stating that Russia and Ukraine would immediately start negotiations on a ceasefire and an end to the war. He also said Russia wants to engage in large-scale trade with the U.S. and that the Vatican is interested in hosting the peace talks. Prior to the call, the vice president speculated Putin didn't know how to get out of the war he started with Ukraine.
He's re-engineered his entire economy. What used to be manufacturing facilities making products for people to use in their civilian life, they're now making tank shells and artillery shells and drones. And so this is a little bit of guess, but I think the president would agree that part of this is I'm not sure that Vladimir Putin has a strategy himself for how to unwind the war.
The phone calls come after a weekend drone blitz on Ukraine by Russia, where more than 270 exploding drones and decoys were deployed. The vice president met with Zelensky in Rome over the weekend to talk peace negotiations and a potential ceasefire, and also bury the hatchet from a contentious Oval Office exchange in February.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you?
Putin no-showed face-to-face peace negotiations in Turkey last week, with the White House saying President Trump has grown increasingly frustrated with how talks have gone. The president had previously put the prospect of tough economic sanctions for Russia back on the table, saying it's an option he hopes he doesn't have to use. Reporting in Washington, I'm Matt Gelka.